knight in Deltarune? This is a question that has been asked several times. Okay, let's just get the main characters right out of the way. Here we go. Let's start with what I actually consider to be the main character, Susy. Okay, I don't think anyone has actually said this, but I think I'm just gonna say it anyway. Susy is without a doubt not the knight, because she didn't even know about the Dark Worlds before, like, the whole going into the closet thing. So yeah, there's no way in heck that Susy is the knight. That one is probably just going to be the easiest to explain. Now let's go on to Ralsei, and this one is going to be fun to explain why he's not the knight. Here's one that kind of sounds like a meme. Just, honestly, it might as well be. Just, Ralsei is not the main villain, and also Ralsei is not the knight. The main, well, the knight one is more obvious, and Ralsei is, of course, like, Ralsei is the main villain theories. Those are just, they may be well done, well put together, but they don't ever really make much sense. Just, especially the one about creating more fountains, why would you do that? Just, it sounds like a waste of time. Just, you want the fountains so badly, just create them yourself. You don't need to go put on this act. It's unnecessary and it's counterproductive. Just so, without a doubt, Ralsei is not the knight. And Ralsei is also not really evil. Well, a bit of a bonus on the recruitment theory, which I think is the most realistic one. Thing is, subjects don't care about him, so yeah. And the fact that that others don't believe Roaring. Jebel mentioned something about the Roaring in Chapter 1. Yeah, in fact, I think all of the secret bosses are going to predict the future chapter. That's just my personal opinion. And also, now, let's move on to Chris. And some of you are going to be disappointed about my explanation for this. Chris Dreamer. You know them. You, self-insert yourself as them in your fanfics. Chris. You know. Well, Chris. They are not a knight. I know it seems like it. Okay, let's start with the evidence. You know, Chris does do a bunch of ridiculous stuff, like stab the ground and clearly create a dark fountain. What if I told you? Well, actually, I have nothing to say there. Just, yeah, it's a dark fountain, but the knight's not the only one who can create a dark fountain. Burnley can also do that. But why would Chris try to bring about the Roaring? I don't know, maybe to scare the player, which would make sense because Chris is known to be a prankster. And, well, here's another part of his theory. Just, I don't think Chris is a knight because that would be weird. Very weird. Just, it would, yeah, it's like with a Bite of 87, which I'll do a separate video on. Just like who committed to Bite of 87. Well, personally, I'm not going to spoil who I think it is, but it's not who everyone seems to think it is. Just, so anyway, Chris isn't the knight because the queen would have noticed something. That is another piece. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. Just kind of like with all of the main characters, no? And of course we're going to skip over Lancer, Noelle, and Burbly. We know we're not a knight. We have confirmed that it's not anyone from, like, the main cast. Now let's think about who it could be. I have three possible explanations. Like, on personally, what I think, each one of them being super unique and its own separate theory on, like, who the knight could be. Okay, let's let's start with the most boring one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You might as well skip this part of the video. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you a timestamp to where you can skip this boring theory. The knight is someone we don't know. That's the theory. We don't know who the knight is. And this theory just suggests that the knight is just the knight. Nothing more, nothing less. Just like everything we know about the knight, that is what the knight is. That's all. That's it. Nothing else. The knight is just the knight. That's all. It's like everything King told us, like, but here's what's important about this theory. The knight would have to be someone very, very powerful to be able to take on like 4 kings at once. Just, you know, the king of spades fight is like somewhat hard. Just imagine fighting 4 of those at once. Just, you know, yeah, that's pretty difficult. The knight would have to be able to defeat all of them at the same time. Either that or in quick succession. Either way, the knight is broken. So the knight definitely has to have extreme power to be overdone theory. Just, you know, the one where Gaster is the knight. I personally, like, somewhat believe this theory. You know, Gaster could very well be the knight, and also, like, the theory of there being more than one Gaster. You know, if you translate egg into wingdings, which is what Gaster gives you, because, well, we know it's Gaster, it gives you the movement of a knight in chess. And also the knight is represented with a horse, and Gaster can spawn in a horse stable at some point at Undertale. I don't remember when, I don't remember all the details, but it's highly likely that Gaster could very likely be the knight. Just, you know, I know this is literally like the most basic explanation. It's always Gaster's fault. Possibility, like whatever, the knight is a lightener or a darkener. Well, this will kind of go into a theory that I'm going to do for Ralsei later. Where like, the same thing could also apply to the knight. Because you'll see. Oh, you'll see. But I'm not going to tell you, so you're just going to have to wait. Bye.